Mr. Plute, let me try to outline what I understand your complaint alleges. You lived with your father in his house.
Yes.
For 5 years. Your father passed away last year?
2015.
And your father left the house to your sister?
She was the executor.
Who was the beneficiary of the house?
Oh, I was one of them, the 4 children.
And the house was left to all 4 children?
Yes.
And your sister was charged with marshaling the assets as the executor of your father's estate. And so one of the things she had to do, because you have siblings, is she had to sell the house so that you could divide the proceeds of the house.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And when did your sister tell you that she had, in fact, either sold the house or wanted you to vacate the house?
In December of 2015.
Did you vacate the house in December?
No.
Did you vacate the house in January?
In February.
Did she have to move to evict you in order to get you to leave the house?
Yes.
Yes, because you didn't want to leave, or you wanted to leave in your own time frame.
Yeah, I wanted to leave in my own time frame.
Well, if you would have had a different kind of relationship perhaps, but her responsibility to all of the beneficiaries of your father's estate was to marshal the assets, sell them, and distribute them. You
Yes.
understand that? So you caused her to get a lawyer. Did she have a lawyer in the eviction process?
Yes.
And the lawyer was paid by the estate. So you cost the estate money, your brothers and sisters all money, because you didn't want to vacate the house. Now, you hired the defendant, who was an attorney, to assist you with the eviction process. Now, I'm not going to ask the defendant to violate any potential client-attorney privilege, but let's say the sort of instruction to him was, let's jerk this around for a little bit. That may not have been the way you put it, but you didn't say to him, listen, we'll go to court and we'll have to deal with it. You said, I want more time. I want to move out of my own time frame. In any event, I don't care what happened in the eviction proceeding. I assume that you finally left the house.
Yes.
And Mr. Zoffel
Yeah.
sent you a bill, and you disputed the bill with him. So far, am I correct?
Yes.
You disputed the bill with him because you said, well, I only agreed to pay you this, and then he appeared in court, but you decided to represent yourself in the eviction proceeding.
I did decide to represent myself.
And you and Mr. Zoffel,
Zoffel. Yeah.
Zoffel.
Rhymes with awful.
Zoffel,
Or waffle.
Mr. Zoffel, although you disputed his bill, you ultimately came to an accommodation. He lowered his fee by a few $100s, and you paid him.
Yes.
And that was when?
November of 2016.
Now you're suing him for the return of the money.
Yes.
Where have you been since November of 2016? We're now in 2018.
I filed a claim in April of 2017.
In April. Where were you from December of 2015 or November of 2015 till April?
Trying to decide what exactly I was going to do.
You don't have that luxury, sir. First of all, you don't have that luxury. Once you've resolved a case with someone, you have a disputed fee. You have a copy of the check, sir? You have a copy of your check?
No.
I don't, Your Honor.
You were coming here today. Why didn't you bring a copy of your check?
It was 2 years ago. I haven't retained it.
That's why what you're supposed to do is to, if you think that for some reason you have a dispute, you bring it in a timely fashion. I want to look at the check and see if the check reads in full satisfaction of, or whether it was signed or endorsed in full satisfaction of all claims. Then you don't have a case. You don't have a case anyway.
The amount of the check was not in dispute.
Well, what's in dispute?
The fact that I was being charged for things that I had not authorized.
What you did was pay him. He's not suing you. You're suing him. For what?
For charging me things that I had not authorized.
You agreed to pay them, sir. 2 years ago, you settled on an amount. You had a negotiated settlement. What, did you just wake up one morning and say, I don't like that? I don't like the settlement that I made with him?
I never liked the settlement.
I don't care whether you liked it or not.